Good morning, fourth graders. Today we are on page 173 of your student journal, and we are on lesson 4. We are going to be continuing with what we started yesterday. So our objective is going to be pretty much the same. It's going to be today I will define angles. Formed, I almost missed a word there, formed by two rays as either, and then here's our benchmark angles. These are our angles that we need to know. That's what benchmark means, ones that we should be able to kind of know by heart without using any tools or notes. So our benchmark angles are 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 360 degrees, period. Those are our benchmark angles. Now, there's nothing new in our vocabulary section. Everything is what we had read yesterday. And here are our steps. Remember, yesterday we wrote down our angles. We might just write them again just to help remind us. So a full circle is what we call, circle equals 360 degrees. So if we cut that in half, and we are only talking about half the circle, I'm going to do it on the bottom half today, that half, or this straight line, that straight line is 180 degrees. Because 180 and 180 equals 360. Okay, so that means this half is also 180. Well, if I cut 180 in half, and now I have this, that is what we call 90 degrees. And that is a special angle that I said is a perfect L, is a 90-degree angle. Well, if I take my 90-degree angle and I cut it in half, I end up with a 45-degree angle and another 45-degree angle. Or, since we know this was 90, I could have taken my 90-degree angle and cut it into three 30-degree angles. So that's just kind of reminding us how we get those benchmark fractions without using any tools other than our hands and maybe a writing tool. Okay, so I'm going to get started, ladies and gentlemen, and do a few of these with you, or for you. I'm sorry, not with you, but for you. If you want to put your pencil down and just watch for a moment. Here is my first problem. My first problem says, draw a 180-degree angle and label the angle. Well, I just took notes on that, and I know that a 180-degree angle is a straight line. Okay, but I also know an angle has to have the 3 points. So I can name them anything I want. Maybe I will do M, N, O. So this angle's name could be angle MNO, or it could be angle ONM, or I could even name it just angle based off its vertex, which is the middle one. Those would be my 3 options for that. Okay. Let's look at my next one. It says, estimate the measurement of the angle created by the bike frame. Choose from 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 180, or 360. So again, those are our benchmark angles. Now, I don't like when they do this to my book and they kind of put it upside down, so I'm going to turn it this way because it makes more sense to me. So what I see is I see a straight line, and then they cut the straight line in half, and this is what they want right here. Well, what do I know? I know a straight line is 180, and I know half of that is 90. I also know that whenever it looks like a perfect L, like this one does, That is 90. So I'm going to turn my book back, and my answer would be 90 degrees. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's try these together. You're on page 174, and here's our first one. Draw a 45-degree angle and label the angle. Okay, so 45 degrees, I might start just with my straight line, which is 180 degrees. And then we might want to cut that in half, which now gives me 90 degrees. And then I know 45 is half of 90. So this would be my 45-degree angle. And they want us to label it. So we need to get our points there. And there's going to be 3 points. So we can just come up with our own letters. I think let's do A, B, C. Okay, so our angle is ABC or CBA or B. It's not, we can't go off the actual angle. So let's write those. It's angle ABC or angle CBA or angle just the vertex. And that would be how we do number 1. Okay, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says estimate the measurement. Estimate again, so we've seen this, means we might not have the exact. Estimate the measurement of the angle created by the upward tilt of the skateboard. Choose from the following measurements: 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 360. So I notice my 45 is not there. And I notice 60 is there, which we haven't really seen the 60 one yet. Okay, so I might even draw next to it just to get an idea. There's my 180. There's my 90. Okay, and my choices are here. So I know it's, if I look here and I look at what a 90-degree angle looks like, and I look at this one, this is smaller. So it can't be 90, and it can't be anything bigger, especially because I know 360 is a circle and this is a straight line. So here's my 2 choices, 30 degrees or 60 degrees. Well, if this is 90, I have to think 60 would be pretty close to the 90, right? So I would have, I could maybe say that. So 60 would be maybe that whole thing, because 30, another 30, and another 30. So I think 30 is our best choice, because I think 60 is much too large for that one. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be turning the page today on page 175, and then you also have 176 and turning the page to 177. Have a nice day. Bye.